Wait, is this the end? No! Hello, Romans. This is Aromie here. Welcome back to Arcadia Fallen. We're now going to be going home because there's nowhere else for us to go. Because the other two options were kind of like not available. Oh, hello there, Michiko. Welcome back. Did you need something? I have ingredients from Quinn. I picked up the ingredients from Quinn. It won't refill our stock, but it should be enough to get us started. Excellent. Yes, these will do nicely. Are you ready to give the alchemy locket of yours a try then? Let's do it. Why not? Begin by placing the ingredients into the table. Okay. 1, 2. Press mix to begin mixing ingredients. Match any pattern to discover a new recipe. What? Match any of these patterns? See, this one I'm confused about. This little thing here. Let's do this one. Great, this one. Headache remedy. Alright. Nice. So, can I place more stuff? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, my thing's stuck. Uh-oh, I'm holding a flower now.
Flower, 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 flower.
I'm holding a flower now. I have some questions. Of course, what would you like to know? Oh, apparently I don't have questions. Okay, there's a little exclamation mark at the house. It's getting late. Are you ready to retire for the night? Make sure you visited everyone you wanted to before proceeding. I want to talk to Elizabeth. Or I'm ready for that. It's a demo. I don't need to worry too much. I'm ready to end the day. The sun is setting over the town of Anemone Grove, and you and your strange group of companions have returned to the alchemy shop. As everyone gets settled, you and Elizabeth stand together, observing the strange group. Well, Michiko, when I originally sent you out to bring back ingredients, this was not what I had in mind. Mage, you keep your hands to yourself. I won't have you cooking up some vile magic using the remains of the shop. I was simply trying to be a helpful guest, picking up some of the debris. But if you don't trust my abilities, perhaps Anne would be so kind as to use some of her tinker magic to fix this. I specialize in magical infused items, Michael. I can't just repair any chair or table I come across. Yo, can you imagine if you could? So you have specialized mages for fixing a table. Well, of course not. The mages specializing in furniture do both chairs and tables. Don't be absurd. And you wonder why I don't get magic from the mage college. Elizabeth sighs. It seems every time I send you outside on air and you return with more and more eccentric characters. Don't worry, we have one more. I fear I should put you on house arrest. I always liked pets. I'm sorry about this. We're making a difference. At least we're making a difference. It's better than sitting around doing nothing. Your optimism never fails to amuse me, child. Perhaps if there were more people like you around the world, it wouldn't be in such a state. I understand why you brought these people here, and I respect Victoria's judgment. I just worry all this activity will draw unwanted attention to us. There's a sudden knock on the door and the conversation dies. Is this strange? Who could that be at this hour? Is it another demon? Are you ready to be sealed up then? Elizabeth walks over to answer the door, and she has barely turned the handle when it bursts open. The imposing figure of Goldner forces his way in, staring at the group that awaits him inside. Good evening, Madam Alchemist. I hope you don't mind a bit of a surprise visit. 2 more men step into the shop, their figures imposing as they push past the mine owner and into the shop. Elizabeth keeps her cool, but you notice her knuckles turning white as she clutches her cane. Monsieur Goldner, what an unexpected surprise. What brings you here at this late hour? There's a crack. Oh, bitch. What? There's a crouch as one of the men roughly pushes the remains of a bookshelf aside in order to make his way out to the kitchen. Goldner grins smugly, merely the concerns of a good neighbor. You see, the lads and I have been quite distraught about these strange occurrences, as you're making more chaos in the store. First the forest and now this strange fire, and then it came to our attention that an Outlander is sneaking around somewhere in town. Well, we're merely concerned and wanting to check in on you to make sure he hasn't been hiding out somewhere in the remains of your shop. There's a crash out the back, the sound of something shattering. Please leave. Your friends are very clumsy. Get out. No, I'm angry. Get out. I think it's time for you and your friends to leave. There is an uncomfortable silence as the man slowly turns to you. His eyes are cold with content. I remember you. You were down there at the flower shop as well. Magic filth plotting together, are you? No wonder the citizens have to take matters into their own hands. Pot calling the kettle black. Hypocrite. Let's be reasonable. Pot calling the kettle black. Talk about pots and kettles. The mines have made you rich, providing ingredients to magic scum like me. So what exactly does that make you? You filthy little... What? I'm just stating the obvious. You know as soon as the words leave your mouth that you've struck a nerve. Golden's face contorts into something ugly and he raises his hand. Smack. Did you smack me? Bitch. That's quite enough. Elizabeth moves way too quickly for such an old lady. Arcane smacking the man's hand. Oh wait, she smacked him? Smacking the man's hand roughly way before he can hit you. Oh, I didn't get smacked yet. Thanks, Elizabeth. She got me. I have tolerated your abhorrent behavior for the sake of keeping things civil, but I will not tolerate you laying even a finger on my apprentice. You have never heard this tone in Elizabeth's voice ever. Sure, you have seen her mad, but this is something entirely different, a level of absolute raw fury that makes even the man before her shrink back under her soul. This is... Don't you dare speak like this to me. Do you even understand what you are doing? Oh, I understand perfectly. Now, be so kind as to get lost. The man looks furious, eyes flickering between you and your teacher. You heard the lady, guys. You know what? Victoria, go! Victoria stands up, her hands lazily coming to rest on the hilt of her sword, red eyes glaring holes through the man. Oh, we're having a brawl? Marvelous. Wait, we're what? The guys from the back return and take one look at Victoria's glare before quickly excusing themselves and rushing through the room and out the front door. Goldner looks flustered and frustrated, but even he can see the battle is lost and sniffs dismissively. Very well, I shall take my leave, but be warned, this is not the last you will hear about this. Sorry. The man leaves, slamming the door behind him, and there's a collective sigh of relief in the room. Really? That was it? And here I thought we were going to have some fun. Quiet, Meech, or you'll be thrown right out with him. Oh, Victoria, your bright spirit never fails to lighten up the mood. Elizabeth lets out a low chuckle and slumps against her cane, looking awfully pale. Are you okay? Elizabeth, are you okay? Come here, let's sit. Oh, let's sit down. Elizabeth chuckles as you carefully guide her over to a chair so she can sit down for a moment. No need to fret, child. I am fine. Just a bit more excitement than I'm used to lately, that's all. But it's my own fault for not wanting to admit sooner that this was the obvious outcome. That man has been on our case for years now, always looking for a chance to get in and wreak havoc on our hard-won peace. Just who were they looking for anyway? What did they mean by Outlander? They are people of mountain dwellers living beyond the borders of the Athenian Empire. They are a reclusive society that rarely interacts with any of their neighboring states. The fact that one of them shows up here at this time is highly suspicious. A stranger far away from home, caught in a local conflict due to their race. How very predictable. Will those people hurt them if they find them first? We gotta find them and get some answers. The enemy of my enemy. No, we gotta help them. We have to help them, right? If Goldner and his goons find them, there's no telling what they'll do. What? You want to go outside? Don't you think it's best if we stay out of this? We've already in way too much trouble for my liking. Come on now, and my dear, where's your hero spirit? Some poor fellow is out there in the city being chased by an angry mob. Don't you want to lend a hand? And just glares at him dully, then sighs. I guess we could go take a look. I agree that catching this person first seems to be in our interest, but he could have gone anywhere in town by now. Outlanders are magical beings though, right? So shouldn't a hunter like you be able to track him down? We should at least give it a try though, right? He might have important information that could help us. Excuse me. I'm loath to admit it, but I agree with you, Mime. We don't have a lot of time, but God help you if any of you try something fun in your presence. Perish a thought. You head out into the streets and begin your search. Wait, is this the end? No! Okay, so we technically didn't get to see all the characters. The very last character, shit, I don't have the page up, is this person right here that I'm posting onto the screen right here. They are the very last person that we were supposed to see, but we didn't get to see them. Ah, damn. The way they just leave us like this. But again, this game has already been fully funded, and they've reached their goal as of today that I'm recording. They reached their goal to at least get the game completely fully voiced, I believe, was the tier that they unlocked. I don't know. I just posted on the screen what tier I'm talking about. But this game is quite interesting. At first, I was kind of like a little lost in the moment because I wasn't sure what the hell Lasor was like leading us to, just because it was like a slow start. But in my opinion, it was a slow start. Everybody else's opinion, I don't know what it might be, but I thought it started off really slow because I was like, so what is the story about? But the further you play, you eventually get to know the story. I think that's my only downfall about this game, was that it was a slow start to it. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not, because sometimes you'll lose your audience if it's just a slow start. And the only game that I can think that did that to me is Xenoblade 2. I tried to play that game twice, but it's such a slow start that I never actually finished playing it. Other than that, everything seems perfectly fine. There is going to be voice acting, which is insane for visual novel. Most visual novels that has voice acting is not really in English. The only one I know for sure that's in English is Seduce Me 1 and 2, if you guys remember that game that I played. I don't know any other like westernized besides, you know, damn, what is the app game? My Love something or Mr. Love something? I don't know. I'll post that name too. That one's also voice act. But again, that's an app game, and you have to play that daily because your stamina and whatnot. But anyway, definitely tell me who you guys would pick for Arcadia Fallen, because you get to pick Anne, Michael, Victoria, and the one person that we didn't get to see. You can also be friends with them, so you're not forced to love anybody. But when this game is officially out, I'm definitely going for Michael. I'm definitely going for Michael, for sure. Hopefully I don't have too many games at the time, because we have a long list. But anyway, thank you guys for reaching out to me and telling me about this game, the developer. I'm so sorry it took me forever to read through the emails, well, not emails, DMs. But anyway, if you're also a developer with a game coming out or you whatnot, definitely for sure don't DM me, because it takes me forever to look through the DMs. Just email me. I have a business email. It's on my YouTube channel. It's also on my Twitter. If you're curious, that's how you contact me. That's the best way to actually get my attention, because I always check my email on the daily. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the future.